Hi, welcome to the Overcomer Podcast, episode 3. In the first two episodes, we talked about a couple of things that, yes, you can overcome. It is not necessary to live with anger outbursts or shame. And I don't know if there's a person on earth that doesn't have some level of shame that they are carrying with them, because that's what the enemy does, right? But Jesus doesn't want you to hold that. He wants you to give it to him. So we talked about some practicals there. We talked about maybe you need somebody's help to get down to the root. Um, and we talked a little bit about the subconscious and how it works. Today, I really felt like the Lord wanted me to um, talk about something that happened in an encounter I had with him, and because it's so important. And this was not my way before, but I learned, and it's become so important in my journey. One of the things that the vast majority of us are going to do is beat ourselves up. We're going to be mad at our souls. We're going to be mad at our bodies. We get frustrated and irritated with them. We can't lose weight. We can't, walk down the stairs without it hurting, or and so we get frustrated and angry, and we can be really mean to ourselves. Even if we're nice to everybody else, can't we just be mean to ourselves? And so I felt like the Lord wanted me to talk about talking to yourself, giving yourself grace, giving being kind to yourself, and really learning. I mean, this is it's a reprogramming, really, of the way we do things. I first came across this thought of being kind to my body in a book called Body Coaching by Seneca Sherborne. And it was brilliant. I mean, it was just the Lord speaking to me, going, "Why are you so mean to yourself?" Because He's not. He's so kind and so good. Like, His goodness is beyond anything we can even imagine. So why would we do that to ourselves? And it could be in any arena. One of the things that I found I did a lot was if I wasn't doing the things I thought I should do. Now that's a lot. For a long time, I struggled and struggled and struggled with spending time with God. And that's a whole nother story. And we'll probably hit at it at some point. But every morning I would get up and I would do my thing. And pretty soon it was time to get the day started. And I hadn't even acknowledged God. And now I've got to get up and get stuff done. People are going to be needing me, and, just life, right? And so what I would do is, "Oh, Marci, you wasted all that time again." And, it, and this was my daily existence. And I would hang my head in shame. And I just wasn't giving myself a lot of grace. I was really harassing myself. Every now and again, the Lord would make it clear to me, "Marci, this is where you are right now, and that's okay." And so then I would be fine with that for a while. Okay, it gave me another thing to take to Him and work with Him to overcome. Um, but He didn't want me to be harassing myself in the process. Does this make sense? So I just want you to learn to be kind to yourself and to your body and to your soul. Now, this is what happened in my encounter the other day. um, the Lord He gave me something to change, to renew my mind about. The details are not important. And so I started repeating what his truth in my mind. And then all of a sudden I realize, soul, is my soul going to accept this? Or is it going to butt up against my soul's belief? So instead of going, you've got to believe this. Come on, soul, what's wrong with you? Just change your mind. I said, soul, would you be able to receive these words? Would you be willing to receive these words? And I have to tell you that whether that even works or not, the process is so much more peaceful. I didn't have to get upset with myself. I didn't have to be worried about the outcome. I'm just allowing God to work in me and his truths to work in me and being kind to my soul and inviting my soul to agree with God is going to get me no matter what. It's going to get me farther, faster than any harassing could ever do. Now, another side benefit of this is once I started being kind to myself, I actually could start to love myself. And Jesus wants us to love our neighbor as we love ourselves. So, how can you give to your neighbor what you don't have for yourself? He wants you to love yourself. He created you miraculously, wonderfully. You are perfect in his eyes. I love that song. It's come out just recently called The Truth by Megan Woods. And in it, she says, he makes me, no, sorry, I make him proud and I make him smile. And that's just the truth. And when you can love yourself, you'll start to see that. So I ask you just to be kind to yourself as you would a friend, and see what happens. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy God and be at rest.